Hello dear viewers and welcome back to our channel, your favorite place to unravel the secrets, tensions, and dazzling spectacles inside Britain's royal family. And oh, do we have a story for you today? This one swirls with everything we secretly crave in royal life: old rivalries, whispers of betrayal, a courtroom shock no one saw coming, and of course, a pair of formidable women whose uneasy alliance may finally be cracking. Today, we're diving deep into a stunning saga brewing right at the heart of the monarchy, a legal showdown that's sending tremors through palace walls. Because yes, at 74, the indomitable Princess Anne is reportedly preparing to take on Queen Camilla herself, and let's just say, it's every bit as explosive as you might imagine. Before we dive into these royal fireworks, please do give this video a like if you enjoy our intimate, behind-the-scenes takes on the House of Windsor. Subscribe if you haven't already. We promise to keep delivering the juiciest revelations and the most human glimpses into a family that's anything but ordinary. Now let's set the scene, shall we? From the outside, the British royal family is all shimmering crowns and carefully choreographed balcony waves. But inside, it's an intricate web of power, old resentments, private fears and the kind of silent struggles that could give any modern soap opera a run for its money. It turns out not every curtsy and gentle smile tells the full story. Because behind the grandeur, there's a far more tangled relationship between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla than the public ever imagined, one now rumored to be spilling into an unprecedented legal dispute. And if that's true, it could threaten to blow the royal family's image of unshakable unity straight out of the water. So why now? Why would Princess Anne, that famously tough, no-nonsense, horse-loving powerhouse who spent her entire life upholding royal duty, feel compelled to challenge Camilla so publicly and dramatically? To understand this, we need to trace the threads back decades. Princess Anne is the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, and from the beginning, she's always been the most direct of the Queen's children. A former royal butler once described her as down-to-earth, practical, and almost allergic to pomp. Remember, this is the woman who didn't want her own children to have royal titles, who still drives herself around in muddy wellies, who repairs fences on her own estates with zero fuss. Anne's also spent her life buried in real work, not just ribbon cuttings. Since 1970, when she first threw herself into Save the Children UK, and has crisscrossed continents, quietly steering change. She's president or patron of over 300 charities, helped launch Carers Trust, and logs more engagements per year than any other royal by miles. From 2002 to 2022, she clocked nearly 12,000 official events. That's staggering by any standard. Now compare that to Camilla. Camilla Parker Bowles was once the most reviled woman in Britain, branded the other woman in Charles and Diana's disastrous marriage, the ultimate royal interloper. The public called her everything from a Rottweiler to homewrecker, and for years she kept to the shadows, attending parties incognito, more likely to be found giggling at literary soirees than gliding down palace halls. Yet fate, relentless and oddly poetic, saw her marry Charles after Diana's tragic death. And Queen Elizabeth II herself, in one of her final acts of quiet forgiveness, expressed a deeply symbolic wish that when the time came, Camilla would be known as Queen Consort. It was, to many, astonishing. Even Camilla's own circle claimed she never dreamed of being queen, never in a million years, as the Marchioness of Lansdowne once quipped. Prince Harry, of course, bitterly disagrees. In Spare, he brands Camilla as calculating, calling her dangerous, a woman willing to sacrifice others on the PR altar to redeem her image. So what's this got to do with Princess Anne? It's no secret Anne and Camilla have always shared a frostier rapport than their polite smiles let on. In fact, Anne once flatly declared that Camilla would never be a true queen, a cutting line that's never quite been forgotten in royal circles. Their tension traces back even before Charles's messy triangle. Anne herself was linked to Camilla's first husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, in the 1970s. Andrew was Anne's rugged, polo-playing suitor, and though their romance fizzled, thanks partly to archaic laws about royals marrying Catholics, their bond endured. It made Camilla's later affair and eventual marriage to Charles a knot of awkwardness that only palace insiders truly grasp. For years, Camilla had to tiptoe around Anne, who never sugarcoated her opinions. And while time mellowed much, old lines linger in private. Camilla's soaring status as queen has reportedly made Anne bristle, not out of envy, but because Anne fears this newer, lighter approach to monarchy might hollow out its sense of duty, leaving what she famously called a fragile firm. And then came the bombshell, murmurings of a looming legal clash. It all appeared to unravel during what should have been a glittering, harmless event, the University of London's Foundation Day. Camilla was set to receive an honorary doctorate in literature, praised for championing reading and literacy campaigns, with Princess Anne as Chancellor, formally presiding. At first glance, it was charming, Camilla in an elegant gown, and polished in a white suit that subtly echoed her understated 1992 wedding outfit. They smiled, greeted professors, and posed for pictures. But royal watchers swear there were undercurrents. When it came time to enter the hall, Camilla politely gestured for Anne to go first, a nod to Anne's blood rank. Anne, ever the traditionalist, insisted Camilla, the queen, take precedence. It was all very gracious on the surface, yet observers claim Anne's tight smile and cool eyes hinted at deeper unease. That unease reportedly wasn't just about etiquette. Insiders whisper it was about power, about Camilla's growing influence reshaping internal palace hierarchies, possibly sidelining old guard figures like Anne who stand for rigorous, unfussy service over regal show. Not long after, rumors exploded, Anne was seeking legal counsel. The palace, predictably tight-lipped, refused to comment, and an official statement blamed Camilla's abrupt cancellation from the Royal Variety performance on a chronic chest condition. But speculation was rampant. Was Camilla ducking scrutiny? Was Anne preparing to challenge a royal protocol breach, or even charitable trust decisions that threatened her own patronages? Some claimed it was simply about safeguarding centuries-old traditions that Camilla, with her lighter touch and warm public queen persona, might erode. Others suggested personal slights. The tabloids, of course, had a field day. Through it all, King Charles maintained his usual studied calm, attending environmental summits and delivering his climate change speeches, as if none of this palace melodrama existed. Camilla, meanwhile, was photographed in solemn dignity, her every expression dissected for signs of guilt, defiance, or secret strain. Anne. Unshakable. She carried on, inspecting regiments, opening rural hospices, trekking across damp fields with her hair impeccably pinned and brooch perfectly aligned. If the rumors rattled her, she gave not the slightest sign. That, after all, is quintessential Anne. So what does all this mean for the monarchy? It's clear that Princess Anne embodies the old-world brand of royalty, relentless, stoic, slightly brusque, but driven by an ironclad sense of duty. Camilla represents something newer, more human, more publicly affectionate, more willing to let the press photograph her laughing at jokes or clutching Charles's arm with girlish delight. If there truly is a rift deep enough to spill into legal papers, it could test how much the monarchy can modernize without breaking the bonds of family loyalty and quiet tradition that have kept it afloat through far worse storms. Now, over to you. What do you make of this remarkable royal drama? Is Anne right to defend tradition so fiercely? Or is Camilla simply trying to shape the monarchy into something more relatable, even at the cost of a few old protocols? Could this finally be the scandal that shakes the House of Windsor to its core? Or is it just another bump in a very long royal road? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below, you know we treasure your insights. And if you enjoyed this deep, deliciously layered look into the simmering tensions behind palace walls, please give this video a thumbs up